Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. Today we're going to take a look at Paragus. This is the free-to-play character of the celebration, and quite honestly, I think he's pretty horrible. Unfortunately, they did confirm in the Dokkan Now many things. One of them, they confirmed for sure that Int Dokkan Fest Broly is going to be coming to Global and JP. Int Dokkan Fest Broly's EZA is going to be coming soon. I think he'll be releasing on the 3rd. We don't know for sure yet, but that's when I think Int Broly will be coming out. And then they also did say this Paragus is not getting an EZA during the celebration. So with that knowledge, we know that at the moment, he is terrible. I mean, if... I don't know why it just cut out by itself. What? Anyway, Paragus can give Broly a lot of support, which is good, but Paragus is not going to be taking any hits. It's just going to be really scary. Free-to-play characters do not need to be losers who it's actually just like, if they're on screen for even 1 second, we have to fear for them. It's ridiculous. You can make a good free-to-play character. A free-to-play character is never going to be LR Tech Broly, but like they could be an okay unit on the team. We're running, 6-man teams with the 7th unit who's a friend unit. So I don't understand why free-to-play characters can't be better. I gave this guy full dodge because he will do nothing besides support Broly and then die. So I figured, let's just give him dodge and pray he doesn't die. Now, the reason I went crit secondary, literally just because I have better crit equips, like crit plus dodge. I try and give additional plus dodge to most characters. So the crit plus dodge, I just have a lot of extra. And, I mean, it's a free-to-play character who's not quite as valuable. So there's that. All right, let's just hop into a run. One thing that is kind of unfortunate here, Paragus does not have a 200% leader skill. He's not on one. Is that not crazy? I think that's nuts that he doesn't have one. We've gotten a couple. Devilman released recently doesn't have a 200% as well. And then if we take a look at it, it's not like he has the most teams ever. I mean, Terrifying Conquer, you want to see who's leading that? No way. So it's like, I mean, we're going to showcase this guy in the Legendary Freeze event or a Dokkan event or something like that. Just kind of see the stats he's putting up and then call it a day. Because Paragus is not even on any legitimate teams at the moment, unfortunately. Alright guys, we're here in an event. I went to one of the Immortal bosses to find a good leader, like a Turles leader. Because Turles is not a unit that people are running as a leader. So what I found is a Turles in the Super Saiyan 3 Broly Dokkan event, because as you guys know, you get different leaders in different events and stuff like that. A major problem, though, is that we got Paragus in slot 7. Now, the reason this matters is because, again, in their quest to make sure that this Paragus is horrible, I'm not being harsh, he's just absolutely terrible. Paragus has an ability. He gets an extra 20% dodge starting from the 6th turn from his first turn. So, by him starting in slot 7, it's just... I brought AGL LR Broly, and Tech LR Broly, too, who are both AoE characters. So, I'm going to need to find a different event. Maybe the Legendary Freeze event really will have Turles friends. Because it's going to be very difficult to do a fight where we can get to turn 6 and have Paragus' ability up. So, whatever. We'll come back on Paragus' turn. Alright, so Paragus does have an intro here, which is cool. The animation is great. Unfortunately, no voice acting, though. One thing I love about the LR Tech Broly animations is Paragus in the animations, which are fun. Alright, so we have a decent opening rotation right here. We'll be able to have several links activated for Paragus and stuff like that. Now, one thing that's really good about this free-to-play Paragus, compared to previous Paragus characters, is that this guy is on the Terrifying Conqueror category team. So, he kind of can, I guess, get support at least from the LR Team Turles character. But, again, not going to be anything too crazy here. We're probably not going to be able to get to the turn 6 that we're going to want to in order to get all of Paragus' abilities, but, you know, it is what it is. So, all right, let's see how we do right here. Just in terms of, like, what Paragus is going to do. He really doesn't have that much. The best value he has is that he does give Pure Saiyan allies 25% attack, 25% defense, 25% crit chance. That's certainly very good. And then if there's a Broly, they also get 2 ki and 25% attack and defense. So Paragus himself gives Broly 50% attack, 50% defense, 2 ki, and 25% crit. By the way, super attack dodge. Just making sure you'll all right, we get an additional right here. Perfect, perfect. That was the hidden potential system additional super, wasn't it? No. He gets an additional that has a high chance to be a super for 5 turns. That's part of his intro. Extra 100% stats, the additional, as long as Broly is on the team. So we did actually get the hidden potential system additional super turn 1, though. That's fire. That's fire. Yeah, so Paragus, the best value he's going to give is the 50% attack and defense to Broly, 25% crit chance to Broly, and 2 ki to Broly characters, right? So LR Tech Broly, LR AGL Broly would be getting buffed massively by Paragus. I guess I'll just chill. We will kind of want to wait until we can at least get that turn 6 with Paragus, right? Being able to have his kind of like full abilities up. I mean, I guess to be fair, it's not something that we're really going to be able to show on screen so much. Like if I just flash his kit up, right? It's okay. So he gets this. This, I believe, right here is just a start of turn buff. And then again, provided Broly's on the team, and then from the 6th turn from Paragus' turn, he gets an extra 20% chance to dodge as the 3rd attacker in the turn. For the life of me, I don't understand why that is only active 7 turns deep in the fight. 6 turns deep in the fight. What? Dude, it's horrible. Like, it's just so bad. So he's a 50% free-to-play dodge or die character, which is not what we're looking to have. Alright guys, so we're going to have a pretty good rotation right here for Paragus. Going to be able to have a lot of support up. We're going to be able to have a lot of links up, including some really rare shit. So Paragus' link set here is Hardened Grudge, which again, the Japanese translation is like Hatred of King Vegeta or something like that. Then Saiyan Warrior Race, Thirst for Conquest, Coward, the Saiyan Lineage, Prepare for Battle, and Shattering the Limit. So again, this is pretty much going to be kind of like the best turn I think we're going to see from Paragus. One thing that is positive about this character I do want to talk about, I think his super attack effect is very good for the type of character that this guy is. So like additionals could be good for him if you proc the actual super attack and not a normal. But Paragus gets 50% attack and defense, start a turn, does supreme damage to the enemy, lowers enemy attack, and seals. That's a lot of value. Good for Battlefield, right? Like if you're going to do, maybe like extreme tech and Battlefield, or, do like a Terrifying Conqueror run or something like that. Paragus could be helpful there. I do kind of think that like Anniversary and Worldwide Download Celebration free-to-play characters probably should be on a level above, Battlefield level. But I'm just saying. Now, well, hold on. Battlefield is tough, for sure. But, there's characters, like a lot of like World Tournament characters, this Paragus, where it's like a lot of their value is going to come down to those debuffs could help you get the edge in Battlefield fights, right? Plus his support and stuff like that. I mean, Paragus does have dodge, which is true, but you can't give a free-to-play character 50% dodge and call it a day. That's not... It's just not going to work. 5.4 million right there. I mean, I don't really care about what damage Paragus is doing really so much, right? Like, like if he's not blowing the world away with Megaton Crusher super attack damage, that's fine. Like, I mean, it's really... I think, like, if I would change him up, so he got that intro buff we talked about, 3 ki, 180% attack and defense start a turn, 100% attack and defense on super, than the support we talked about. I think as the slot 3 attacker, he should have gotten 70% dodge, and he probably should have guarded or had a little bit of damage reduction or something. Or in slot 3, an extra 200% defense, 20% dodge, and guard or something like that. And I know you might go, oh my god, but he's a free-to-play character. It's like, yeah, but he's a free-to-play character. Like, if you're locking it to slot 3, if you notice the way Dokkan designs a lot of characters, Dokkan is well aware that the best characters go slot 1, and that's what makes them the best. I know they don't mind giving, like, characters, like, nice guarding and defensive abilities in, like, slot 2 or 3. I think, like, if Paragus was just, like, a safe run in slot 3 against normals or something like that, and he's supporting, that would be helpful as a villain character, right? I mean, take a look at this, right? So we have yet another Terrifying Conqueror buff, by the way, who is kind of intended to be used elsewhere. King Vegeta, Pure Saiyan and Vegeta family support. LR Ginyu needs a full special pose team. Mai wants Peppy Gals or Dragon Ball Saga. Now Paragus supports Pure Saiyans, right? Like, is that not crazy? Every Terrifying Conqueror character we get is designed around another category, not Terrifying Conqueror. So crazy. All right, let me just come back next turn. All right, guys, so we'll probably just get, I guess, like one more turn right here, and then we'll probably finish up or something like that. We'll put Paragus in slot 2 next turn. I'm not really too sure. Yeah, here's Paragus, though. Nothing really too crazy. I did want to get the Paragus done. We are going to need Paragus for, whatchamacallit, that new event. I've been waiting to get my Paragus done before I actually went into the new event to get all the missions done. But yeah, there is that new, like, Devil Awakens event or whatever. I've got it pulled up ready to record the video. What is it called? Tremble with Fear, the Devil Awakens. People have told me that that's a really tough fight. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing that. Probably much tougher than the Movie Hero Supreme Magnificent Battle, I'm sure. So, all right, here's this turn. Next turn, we'll be ready for Paragus to have a 70% dodge. So we'll float him off next turn, and then that will be that, I guess. All right, guys, we'll make this probably the final turn here. So we'll just go ahead and float our boy Paragus off. This is it. When you get to turn 57, Paragus is able to, again, be floated off, and he'll have 70% dodge, which is just something he should really have from turn 1. Now, I mean, it does make a difference. I've talked about that for years, how you really can feel a monster difference between 30% dodge to 50% dodge to 70% dodge. Just true dodge or die characters are definitely played out. Like, needing to dodge, like, an attack here or there cannot be a big deal, but, like, characters like Hirudegarn, STRUI Goku, and stuff like that, a lot of times don't feel very fun. Now, I could certainly overlook that for a free-to-play character if Paragus was a little bit better, but, I mean, they were close. It's funny, when I initially looked at Paragus' details, I was like, oh my god, this is just his SSR. He'll be pretty good, potentially. But then I was like, oh wait, no, he's a TUR. And then they're like, oh, by the way, he's not even easing. And it's like, oh, well, yeah. By the way, his attack was a little bit lower right there. Because remember, he has 100% attack and defense from his intro that does wear off. So, yep, there we go. There is free-to-play Paragus. All right, guys, so there was the free-to-play Paragus. Let's go ahead and take a look at our boy's details. So this is half a lifetime for Revenge Paragus. Leader skill is Pure Saiyan category key 3 and 50% of stats. Super attack is the Death Punisher. He gets 50% attack and defense for 1 turn. Really good, especially for a free-to-play character. Supreme damage to the enemy, lowers enemy attack, and seals. Again, that is an elite super attack effect. And for a free-to-play character, it's beyond elite, right? Like, it's real. It is a good... Like, this is good if this was on, like, a summonable LR or something like that. Like, this is a good super attack effect for sure. Passive skill, Sinister Plot. He has an intro... and he gets 100% attack and defense, and an additional that has a high chance to be a super for the first 5 turns from the start of turn if there is a Broly on the team. Then Paragus gets 3 key and 180% attack and defense. Then he gets 100% attack and defense on super attack. He gives pure Saiyan category allies 25% attack, 25% defense, and 25% chance to crit. Certainly a solid buff. Then he gives, so like if Broly, I believe is on the team, or it's like he gives 2 key, 25% attack and defense to Broly characters. Then he gets a high chance to dodge. And then he gets the extra 20% chance to dodge in slot 3, starting from the 6th turn from Paragus's first turn. So it's just a brutally bad, like, it's just bizarre. Yeah, I don't know. You guys know, I am not Mr. Oh my god, at least they're good on turn 57 after they stack a million times. No, I like good right away. That's what I'm looking for. Paragus' link set here: Hardened Grudge, Saiyan Warrior Race, Thirst for Conquest, Coward, the Saiyan Lineage, Prepare for Battle, and Shattering the Limit. And then, of course, he does not have a 200% leader skill, not a character on a 200% leader skill. Here's his best linking partners, some Broly characters and stuff like that. That's obviously very good. And then that's it. That's his Paragus. Nothing really too crazy here. And then in terms of his categories, Paragus, of course, is on the Pure Saiyan category team, sure. Going to be very tough for any free-to-play character to ever be relevant on this team, but whatever. Paragus also on Revenge. Maybe he could be useful at some point as a niche option for, you know, this kind of like bad category or wonky category. Revenge, sure. Paragus is also over here on the Inhuman Deeds category team, which, remember, has never gotten a true leader up to this point. And then finally, Paragus is on the Terrifying Conqueror team. That's good. But the problem with Paragus being Terrifying Conqueror, well, not really a problem, but Paragus' support is for Pure Saiyan. I mean, maybe they could have made it Pure Saiyan and Terrifying Conqueror. I do think that would have been very fair, but, you know, it is what it is. So, let me know what you guys think of the free-to-play Paragus. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.